Yo, welcome to the meaning room. We talk about small things that actually mean a lot. Welcome. Hey everyone, welcome back to the meaning room, where logic and feelings meets halfway. I'm your host, Sania, and today's episode is honestly one of my favorites. We're talking about something magical when literature turns into film. Because seriously, when you see your favorite book come alive screen, I swear to God, that feeling hits different. And I'm here with someone who's totally gets that. My bestie and our guest today, Surudiati Hawa.
Okay, hey Sania, hey everyone. I'm so hyped for this one. These movies that just make you go, wow, this is more than just a story. That's what we're doing to today.
Exactly. So let's start here. When you think about film based on literature, what's the first one that pops into your head?
Oh, Little Woman, no question. I watched the 2019 version and it blew my mind. Like the emotion, the sisterhood, the way it captured growing up as a woman. It's poetic.
Yes, Little Woman is just a vibe. You know what's crazy? It's a 19th century novel, but the mindset still slaps today. It's about identity, freedom, and the following your dreams things we still struggle with.
Exactly, and Greta Gerwig, the director, didn't just adapt it. She reinterpreted it. She saw it Joe March, not just as a dreamer, but as a writer who fighting for her voice. I was like, no cat, that's improvement right there.
Right, I swear that scene where Joe says, "Women they have minds and soul as well as just hearts." I got chills. Like, if you know, you know.
For real, that line hits differently when you realize it comes from a book written more than 100 years ago. Literature really travels through time, and film gives it a new face.
Speaking of classics, another one that always gets me is The Great Gatsby, the novel by F. Scott Fitzgerald. The man wrote poetry disguised as prose.
Oh my god, yes! The 2013 film with Leonardo DiCaprio visually stunning. But beyond the glitters, it's so sad. It's about chasing something that's already gone. You know?
Exactly. Gatsby dream of Daisy is beautiful but tragic. It's like chasing like this already faded. And the way the movie shows that colors, the music, the parties, it's all illusions.
Right, and that's the cool thing about adapting literature into film. Movies can show what words can only describe, like the green light in the Great Gatsby in the
Yes.
book. It's a symbol in the movie. It glows right at you.
Yeah, it's like film becomes a translator. It takes literary emotion and turns it into visual poetry.
Totally, and sometimes people say the book is better than movie. I mean, yeah, books let you imagine your own world, but sometimes the movie helps you feel it deeper.
Facts, like they are not rivals, they're partners. One writes it, the other finds it. You know what's interesting, so it talk about Western literature, but what about our culture?
Ah yes, Laskar Pelangi. That film still makes me emotional, no lie.
Same. Andrea Hirata's novel was already powerful, but when it became a movie, it reads everyone. It wasn't just about kids in Belitung. It was about dreams, hope, and educations for all. Oh, same. And the thing is, Laskar Pelangi proves that literature and film can preserve culture. They remind us who we are and what we stand for.
And they saw the beauty of Indonesia, not just the scenery, but the spirit that's starting at its finest.
It's true. I feel like films like that are modern ways of facing down literature. Not everyone reads novel anymore, but everyone watches movies.
Right, so movies become our new books. It's life. Films is the literature of the eyes.
Oh, I love that. Literature of the eyes. I make still that line. No cap.
Go ahead, I love you.
So let's get deep for a second. What do you think people feel so connected to stories, whether it's a book or a movie?
I think because stories make us feel seen. Like when you read or watch something that reflects your struggles, you feel less alone. That's the power of storytelling.
Yes, and the story make us remember that we're human, flawed, emotional, but hopeful.
Exactly, and both books and movies teach empathy. You step into someone else's world, even if just for 2 hours or 200 pages.
That's deep. You know, it's kind of funny. We start this podcast talking about logic and feelings, and now here we are, realizing that storytelling is literary both.
Yes, logic builds the structure, emotion gives it life. That's what makes great art and great films based on literature timeless.
You know what? I think movies adapted from literature are like bridge. They connect generations. They let old words speak in new voices, and it's kind of what the meaning room is about, finding new meaning in things we thought we already knew.
That's so true. Whether it's Little Woman, The Great Gatsby, or Laskar Pelangi, they all remind us that story in any form are what keep humanity alive.
Couldn't have said better. Alright, everyone, that is for today's episode of Meaning Room. Huge thanks to amazing guest Surudiati Halawa. Thank you for bringing your thoughts, vibes, and all your feels. Thank you.
Thank you for having me. This was so fun and deep. I mean, I could tell about movies and books forever.
Same. And to all our listeners, next time you watch a movie that started as a book, take a moment to ask yourself, like, what meaning stayed the same? What meaning stayed the same, and what the meaning was worth. See you next time, right here in the Meaning Room, where logic meets feeling and story find the soul. Thank you. Bye, everyone. Bye. Thank you.
Fall so softly, stars up in the sky.